Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman. All aboard, ride on the Michigan Assault Valley Railroad, a quarter-scale passenger train through the beautiful scenic landscape of northern Michigan, just south of Fairview. Now open weekends and holidays. Visit them online or call them now. Remembering good times and great food, Frank and Lisa invite you to Tin Lizzie's in Mile for a blast back to the 50s and 60s when food was made from scratch, including home-ground Angus burgers. A full menu of great food and good memories await you at the new Tin Lizzie's of Mayo. Hingeman Acres, Canoe Livery and Resort on M33 just north of Mayo, catering to the outdoor enthusiasts. Cabins, canoes, kayaks, rafts, and more. Daytime or overnight trips along the world-famous Asabo River. A family getaway for over 75 years. On this week's Michigan Magazine, we are so excited to announce some of the winners of our vacation giveaways. Stay tuned till the end of the program as we congratulate those loyal viewers. But before we do, hold on tight because there's a new business in town. And they've been named Outstanding Entrepreneurs, receiving grant awards to help them on their way. It's Amish Country Natural Products of Oscoda County. Then we have as our guest award-winning filmmaker Bill Jamerson, who will be telling us about the proud Michigan past of those dollar-a-day boys, the CCCs. Stay tuned, that and more is coming up on this edition of Michigan Magazine.
You're watching Michigan Magazine on RFD TV.
They were called Roosevelt's Tree Army here in Michigan back in the 1930s. The CCCs, the Civilian Conservation Corps, was made up of young men put to work by President Franklin Roosevelt under a federal works program that put over $3 million to work nationwide. Here in Michigan, remnants of CCC camps can still be found from the furthest reaches of the Upper Peninsula to the southern borders and in between. Michigan Magazine recently crossed paths with an award-winning Michigan author, filmmaker, songwriter, and singer who's traveling the country telling the story of these dollar-a-day boys in a nostalgic and at times humorous presentation. Bill Jamerson brought to television audiences a remarkable film called Camp Forgotten, a look at the life of a CCC boy. Now, that was a labor of love for you, wasn't it?
It certainly was. Back in '92, I remember going to the reunions, and there were 500 fellows at those reunions, and boy, were they excited when that film came out.
Yeah. We went to a few of those reunions ourselves, and we ran to a couple of what they call them CC sweethearts, where they met their sweetheart on the road. You were just talking about that in your presentation today.
A lot of these fellows met their girlfriends in camps. They'd meet them at the dance halls, the bowling alleys, the roller skating rinks, and they loved to date the girls. And the girls were very open to dating them as well because they were from the big cities. And if you're a small girl from the little town, you want to date the big kids from Detroit and Flint because they kind of looked up to them.
Let's talk a little bit about the CCCs. You're dressed up like kind of a CC boy, the way kind of a uniform they had back then. You're kind of really putting yourself into character, and you do these presentations with your film and your book and the things that you've got for sale here. Yeah. And just to let people know, to bring back a part of history that was really a time in history who was essential to get these kids out in the woods.
Well, you know, a lot of these CCs didn't talk to their families about their experience. They talked to me because I asked questions, and I was at the reunions and chapter meetings. So these programs are really an opportunity for people who had an uncle, a father, grandfather in the CCs to learn about their experience, to learn about what they ate, what kind of work projects, who administered their projects, what was it like, the clothing they wore. So I can help them understand, you know, what great-grandfather they went through, what their uncle went through. So it's a lot of fun. And I pick up a lot of stories on my travels. A woman just came up to a minute ago and told me about how her grandfather had an epileptic fit in the camps, and stories like this. So I'm always picking up new
We're
stories.
talking once upon a time to a gentleman who had a very active role in trying to revive the CCCs to get the kids off the streets and into a productive environment like they were doing back then. Any thoughts on that?
The CCCs will never go out of date. The idea of taking troubled, at-risk youth and putting them to work in the forests with good role models, that is a timeless idea, and it's as relevant today as it was back in the 1930s. The question is how to do it. And I believe it could only work if it was compulsory, a national service. Everybody 18 years of age, white or black, young or poor, would be required to do it. And number two, it would have to be run by the Army to maintain the discipline, because a lot of youth would need some strong discipline, strong leadership out there to govern them. But yes, it could be very, very productive today, I believe.
And everybody would win. It'd be kind of a win-win situation then.
Oh, it takes so many people off the streets and teach them how to work. That's what the CCCs did. You talk to these old-timers who were in the camps. It taught them how to work. They were fighting forest fires, working in the cold, working in adverse conditions. And they came out and their shoulders were straight. Yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. It taught them discipline, self-respect. They matured. And so, yes, it's very relevant today, I would think.
Back in the time where it was first formed, it was really a sense of pride for these kids these young men to be able to help the family out in a very trying time, wasn't it?
Well, they were paid $1 a day, and $1 back then was worth $20 today. So $25 was sent home directly to the families. And boy, that's $500. That's a lot of money. And you got to remember, a lot of these families were not accepting relief. They were too proud to accept relief. But if their son was out there planting forests and building roads, they accepted that money. So it was a lifeline. Kept a lot of families from starving. And so you're right. The young men, they stuck it out because it was helping their families back home. That's why they put up with the hard conditions.
Well, your presentation does kind of draw the light on this CCC from way back. A lot of people in the area do relate to this because they have a member of the family who was part of that still.
Dozens of camps across northern Michigan. There were 3/4 of them were north of Clare. And so anyone who grew up in this area, they had uncles or dads, relatives. They were everywhere. There was an average of 57 camps in operation for those 9 years. That's 200 men in every camp. That's like 11,000 CCs every year. So it touched a lot of families in Michigan.
And you're kind of traveling the state or wherever the winds might blow you to kind of spread the word and kind of keep it in the minds of people. This part of history was very integral to our formation of a state.
It was, and I traveled across the Midwest. I travel in about 12 states, and everywhere it's different. You know, you're out in Nebraska, and they worked with the Soil Conservation Service. The CCs were working with farmers out there. You know, soil erosion programs. Up here, they were planting trees and building roads. So everywhere I go, I'm always learning. But of course, everywhere I go to the state parks, because that's the greatest visual reminder of what they did. These beautiful shelters, the changing buildings, the park shelters, just fabulous pieces of work. And it's a great legacy they gave us.
Yeah, and the museum in the Roscommon County area is something to behold too.
If anyone is interested in learning CC history, visit the Roscommon Museum. It's fabulous. It's open from Memorial Day to Labor Day. It's a bunkhouse. It's a barracks with pictures, with beds and uniforms. Great place to catch up on CC history. Also, if you go on the internet, ccclegacy.com, and you can click on the state of Michigan. It'll tell you where the camp's located. If you had an uncle who was in the Seas, you want to learn where he went to camp, it'll give you information, phone number. You can call a phone number in St. Louis to find information about any relatives who were in the Seas.
Well, if any club, group, organization wants to get a hold of you for a presentation, how can they contact Bill Jamerson?
Very simple. You can go to the internet, BillJamerson.com. Okay. And that's BillJamerson.com. And it lists my schedule. If they want to catch one of my future programs, it has my email and my phone number.
Great. Hope to see you on the road, Bill. Thanks for appearing on Michigan Magazine.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Michigan Magazine is being brought to you in part by Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, what began as a crazy idea among 9 police officers to purchase the historic Clare City Bakery quickly became an international phenomenon, carrying on a Michigan tradition with delicious donuts, pies, pastries, breads, original coffee, and more, plus a full menu at the new adjacent traffic stop diner. Downtown Clare, a winning combination, Cops and Donuts. Rose Valley Winery on Beechwood Road in Rose City. See what thousands are raving about, creating a delicious variety of award-winning Michigan wines. Stop by and taste for yourself. The taste of Michigan is yours at Rose Valley Winery. Discount Foods Downtown Mayo. Find national name brand foods and merchandise at sharply discounted prices. Shop the smart way and please the family without breaking the budget. Discount Foods Downtown Mayo. Canyons Lakeside Resort and Marina, located on the shores of beautiful Sage Lake. Get away to their newly remodeled beautiful bed and breakfast or their historic 13-room hotel. Special events and activities for all ages. Call now or go online for more information on this Michigan treasure. Discoveries off Michigan's beaten path are adventures just waiting for the curious with big rewards. On today's show, we slip down a side road off M33 midway between Mayo and Fairview, where we discovered the grand opening of a unique store called Amish Country Natural Products. The building, constructed from harvested area wood, is located at 1454 North Mount Tom Road. We found this one-of-a-kind store after hearing the owner, Roxanne Strigo, had just won an area prestigious Entrepreneur Award. On this day in mid-May, we stopped by, surprising Roxanne, who was busy greeting customers and baking artisan breads.
Well, these are some baguettes, and I started about 1 o'clock this morning to make sure that everybody that came in had some fresh bread if they wanted it. And there's no preservatives, nothing in there. They're good for the day, and that's about it.
Well, I tell you what, I think that's what drew us in off the road here, just off M33 a little bit, right across the road from M33 Motorsports. And my golly, we're at Amish Country Natural Products, and what do you have here? I mean, you've developed a situation here where you're bringing products from throughout the county, all natural? Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes. We have people in the county that are so talented, and I had a dream a couple of years ago that I wanted to start a store that we could get natural and organic products that didn't have all the stuff in it, and that we would get some things from the United States, especially here in this county and in Michigan, is important to me. And that's what it was founded on, and I have found potters and jewelry makers, and we have beautiful things, even wooden toys for little kids and grown-up people too.
Oh my goodness! Now people dream about doing something like this, but they never take the added step or effort to find these people. What in the world stimulated you or possessed you to go for it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I retired from nursing in December, and so I kind of made it a full-time mission to find these people. Mm-hmm. And one person led to another, and we still have things coming in, and it's been a wonderful thing to find them in this county and the beautiful things they do.
Are you originally from Oscoda County, or where do you come?
No, I'm not. I'm originally from Owasso, Michigan, downstate. Mm-hmm. But my husband and I, my son and my grandchildren have, my husband and I, about 30 years now we've been up here.
Okay.
In Oscoda County.
This has got to be one of the nicest counties in the state as far as people doing what you're discovering here. I mean, artists off the back roads that are incredible. What are some of the products that you handle here besides your baguettes?
My baguettes. We have, from the artisans, we have pottery, we have stonework, we have people in the area that do blacksmithing. We just have all kinds of things here. We have fresh vegetables from Tika's Hoop House, and we just have a little bit of everything here. I have organic spices, and you can come in and get organic flour. We have a lot of gluten-free items as well.
Mm-hmm. Your day started pretty early today, right?
Yes, I kind of didn't go to sleep last night.
You didn't expect us to drop by, though.
No, I didn't.
Right out of the,
It's a pleasant surprise.
Well, we heard so much about this place. Now, you were recognized just recently. Tell us about what happened here.
Well, I won in February. I won the Entrepreneur contest here in Escota County, and that was a $5,000 and another $5,000 in help from like marketing and that sort of thing. And they've been an amazing help here.
So what you do here is to help spread the word and get these people together, and in one location. It's kind of like a natural mall type situation kind of for this area.
Yes, it is. And we're supporting people in this county by buying at the store, and we're supporting people in Michigan. Even the food I have from Lower Michigan, from Eden Company, gets their foods from the farmers around their company, and that's what they sell as well. So Michigan is an amazing place to be.
Yeah, it is. But it took that special effort by someone like you to get out there and discover these people. How did you discover them? Did you make an effort, go out there and meet them, greet them, or did you advertise? How did you bring them all together?
Well, again, it was just one person after another, and in the end, we kind of know each other, or we're neighbors down the road, and it took about, well, actually, it's been a 2-year process altogether, but it was worth the wait.
Did you come out with any surprises in doing what you did? Any unexpected things pop up that kind of said, well, I wonder if I'm doing the right thing?
Yes, that was the day I retired. And some of the days have been extremely long, and I'm new at selling things like this. It's a new store, but it's a wonderful new chapter in my life, and I'm excited too.
But don't you find it's kind of easy to sell these people's products?
Yes, it is very easy. Today is the opening day, but I've been selling these people's products for the last, probably month or more. As they begin to come into the store, other people would come in and they would want those products. So we've been selling them for the last couple of months.
But today is pretty much your official opening?
This is the official opening. I'll be open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m.
On this day, we were delighted to meet one of the vendors in attendance, Tika Cowie of Cleaner Living Farms. Tika and Roxanne shared a common past, bringing them to a different yet common future together.
Years ago, Tika and I met. We worked at the same doctor's office.
Oh, okay.
And then she went into the hospital, and she does amazing work in the hospital with the babies up there.
Okay.
And we kind of got to know each other a little bit again when we started to gather for our county and pull some things and do some things for this county.
And a common cause here.
Yes.
Tika, tell us a little bit what you do, what you've got.
We are a four-season market farm, and what we do is grow year-round vegetables. We start out with salad mixes all the way up to tomatoes, peppers, etc. The things that we grow year-round are cold, hardy vegetables. We don't grow tomatoes in the winter time, so we're more of a seasonal type of farm. So we're not growing with lights and extra heat. We try to use and harness as much of the solar energy, passive energy as we possibly can.
You've got some products here that you've got?
I brought in a small, I have a small assortment of things. I have what every parent should be hiding in their children's food, kale. It's got tons and tons of vitamins and nutrients in it, minerals that kids that eat poorly should be taking in. Very easy to hide in things like tacos and sloppy joes, hamburgers, mash it up, put it in eggs, and it really is a hideable flavor. You can put it in salads too, which a lot of people do.
Okay.
I have radishes. These are pink globe radishes. I have a little bit of spinach today, which is baby spinach. I have a little bit of garlic from last summer, and we'll be pulling up quite a bit of garlic in July. I have an Ovation salad mix, which has got a lot of superfoods in it. It's got mustards, and it's got tatsu and arugula, mizuna, a lot of flavor and spice to this one.
Okay.
This is Northwood mix. This is made with flashy trout, which is kind of a romaine lettuce,
Okay.
and red oak leaf, which is a romaine style too. So
Really?
I figured that one was a good one to be called Northwood, since that's what we have up here is flashy trout and red oaks.
Oh my.
And then one of the other that we have is a beet green, which is actually a beet red. This is from bull's blood beets and baby kale. That's a mix that you can either saute up with meats or a stir fry, or you can eat in a salad.
What a wonderful day this was as we slipped off the path least traveled to discover this amazing new store. Find out more about Tika's Cleaner Living Farms, as well as Amish Country Natural Products and all the wonderful artists, vendors, and products by visiting them on Facebook or 1454 North Mount Tom Road in Oscoda County. Announcing the Michigan Paddle Sports Directory, your one-stop internet connection. At MichiganPaddleSports.com, it's now possible to explore Michigan's extensive waterways like never before. Michigan Paddle Sports Directory is a comprehensive directory of canoe and kayak rentals and liveries throughout the entire state of Michigan. At MichiganPaddleSports.com, you'll find a great paddling route, outfitter, store, school, rental shop, or tour guide. Michigan's great waterways are waiting for you. Make it an adventure worth remembering by first visiting MichiganPaddleSports.com. Thanks for joining us today on Michigan Magazine. Here's the winners of our vacation giveaways. Thanks for entering. We're now giving away free tickets to the big Thunder Over Michigan Air Show at the Yankee Air Museum in Belleville, August 10th and the 11th. To enter to win, go to iWatchMichiganMagazine@gmail.com. Give us your name, address, and phone number, and write "I want to win" tickets. Have a great week, and we'll see you on the next edition of Michigan Magazine. We'd like to thank all those that help keep Michigan Magazine on the road. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman. Clemix Sales and Service on Mapes Road, west of Mile, your complete recreational vehicle sales and service connection. Visit their beautiful showroom of new and pre-owned ATVs, lawnmowers, power equipment, snowmobiles, utility vehicles, and more. Clemix Sales and Service is also the home of the American-made Victory motorcycle line on display at Clemix on Mapes Road, Mile. For home, medical, and healthcare products, visit Rose City Drug at 2640 North M33, just south of Rose City city limits. Rose City Drug has a complete diabetic department, including shoes. Serving Michigan for over 20 years. Rose City Drug, Rose City. Hale Hardware, your do-it-center in Hale, Michigan. Much more than a regular hardware store, providing everything you need for whatever your project is, along with a knowledgeable sales staff to get her done. Serving Northern Michigan since 1946. Hale Hardware, south of M65 at Ainsley in Hale. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pull. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pull. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com.